Excuse me. I'm Lieutenant Stanfordo, CAW PD. You see, I'm a detective, an economic detective, and I'm working on a very puzzling case right now. I'm looking for an economic recovery. You see, I know there's a recovery out here somewhere because they said so in the newspapers. Here, let me show you. Right here. Mr. Mark Carney, head of the Bank of Canada, most powerful person in Canada's economy, said, the recession is over, the recovery is on. But here's the problem, here's the mystery. They say there's a recovery, but no one has actually seen it. Where is the damn recovery? I guess I've got a mystery to solve here. Let's go see if we can find that recovery. Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, you can.
It's Lieutenant Stanfordo, CAW PD.
Nice to meet you.
What is this building and what happened here?
It's a mattress factory. It's closed. They closed on September 8th, 2008. 150 workers lost their jobs.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, luckily that kind of thing doesn't happen anymore because there's an economic recovery. So,
no recovery here. No recovery here.
No one's
at
got
all.
their job back?
Nobody.
The factory is working now?
It is closed.
It's still closed. Wow, that's very puzzling. I thought there was a recovery. No, well, when they were laid off, at least they got their severance pay.
They didn't get a severance pay. We basically had to take them back to court, and we got very little, but we did get some.
So let me figure this out. The company laid off the workers, but wouldn't pay the severance even though it was in the contract.
They refused to pay.
Wow.
And we got robbed.
I'm going to add that to the list of crimes that I have to solve. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's look at the forensic evidence here. Manufacturing is a key source of good jobs in Canada, but it's been heading downhill since 2002. Canada has lost 500,000 manufacturing jobs since then, and there's no sign of recovery, despite what's been claimed in the news.
Sir, can I help you?
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Lieutenant Stanfordo, CAW PD. I'm an economic detective. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Oh, yeah, sure.
What is this place? What do you do here?
Oh, this is a PMP Action Center. It's set up to help those people who lost their job from the PMP company. It was closed a year and a half ago.
So the job ads are here. Now, there's an economic recovery, so you must have a lot more job ads.
Oh, no. Not more jobs. Less jobs.
Less jobs on the jobs board.
And there's just precarious job and hazardous work, and they are receiving only a less than $12 job.
Less than $12 an hour. That's very puzzling. So, well, if they haven't got a job, at least they get their employment insurance benefits.
Oh, no. They don't get the EI. Most people, unemployed people in Canada, they are not receiving EI because they are not qualified for the benefits.
Oh, wait a minute. Help me out here. So the workers paid premiums, but they don't get benefits when they're unemployed. What happened to the money?
Oh, the government spent it into other stuff.
That sounds like a crime.
Oh, yeah, really, it's a crime.
I'm adding it to my list. Another crime to solve. Here's the number of unemployed in Canada. It's up by half since the summer of 2008. And most of those people don't get EI benefits. And remember, that's the official unemployment rate. It doesn't count Canadians who've given up finding a job. If we count them, then there are 2 million unemployed Canadians. But 1.2 million don't get any EI. Miss, excuse me, miss. What do you know about this building here, this company?
This building? This belonged to Nortel. Nortel was Canada's highest tech company. It's gone bankrupt.
Bankrupt?
This building is empty.
Wow. Now, there's an economic recovery that's going on. So are people getting back to work here at Nortel?
No, actually, Nortel closed down all their manufacturing facilities and sold off all the high-tech parts of the business, and almost everybody's laid off.
They got their pensions, right, at the end?
No, actually, they won't, because Nortel is selling off the parts of the business that are still viable. They're selling them off to foreign investments, and that money will be used to pay off the secured creditors, and pensioners aren't secured, so...
Company bankrupt.
Yes.
Assets sold to foreigners.
Yes.
Nothing for the pensioners.
Right.
That sounds like a crime.
It is a crime. It is absolutely a crime. We're being robbed.
The number of Canadian workers who have a workplace pension has been falling steadily. Why? Because employers refuse to provide pensions. From 42% in 1992, it's down to barely 30% today. That means almost 70% of Canadian workers don't have a workplace pension. And now, even those who have a pension can't count on it because the government doesn't guarantee them. Okay, I'm starting to get the picture here. I'm starting to understand what happened to this recovery. Look here, this is Canada's GDP when the recession hit. It fell off a cliff here, starting in July 2008, and it kept falling for 10 months. It fell by 4.5%. That's the fastest decline in GDP since the 1930s. Then, it stopped falling. That's a good thing, I guess. And that's when Mr. Carney declared the recession was over. But is that a recovery? First of all, GDP doesn't tell you anything about how people are actually living. And now, the GDP is just bouncing along the bottom. Based on my investigations, it won't be a recovery until every willing Canadian gets their job back. And the evidence is clear, that's not happening. But apparently, there is one place where a recovery is happening. Bay Street, the financial center. The stock market is up 60%. Canadian banks made billions of dollars in profit last year, even during a recession. But the banks got $200 billion in government aid. And here's another sure sign of recovery for these guys. The banks are boosting bonuses for their executives. The bankers will get $8.3 billion in bonuses. So I guess we've solved the mystery. We've discovered what happened to the missing recovery. You see, there never was a recovery. So how can it be missing?
Sir, do I recognize you? Aren't you that fellow on TV, that detective? Am I right, sir? Do I recognize you?
Certainly I am. I am who you think I am.
Well, if you're a detective, perhaps you can help me on this case that I'm working on. You see, I'm looking for an economic recovery.
Come down to Miami, come to my lab.
Miami? Is there a recovery in Miami?
No, it's worse than ever, but the weather's better. Get in the Hummer.